Hi and welcome to my playhouse, and today we're gonna be installing these two WattCycle battery. WattCycle. WattCycle kindly sent these batteries to me for free for review and for me to showcase to you, so that is what I'm doing. And they sent me two of these. Each of them is about a 400 euro battery, so I'm going on and beyond because I thought that was very cool of them. That includes putting a towel over their competitors down here and me turning off the inverter, even though there's a bit of sunshine outside. But the inverter gives out a high-pitched sound at about 7,500 hertz, and it also gives out another sound at 15,000 hertz. So it's annoying. So we turned that off in this video just because it's sponsored. So I have carried these batteries down here. I finished recording the previous videos on these just like half an hour ago, maybe an hour, and I actually already found something that is very cool that I'm gonna show you, because compared to the competitors, these has a great advantage for me and my shelving units down here. So let me just show you that. So I said these are the WattCycles, and they are 24 volts, they're 100 amp hours. In real life they are 25.6 volts, still 100 amp hours, but that comes out to 2,560 watt hours. So these batteries put in series will give me 51.2 volts, which is perfect for the inverter over here, which is it's a 48 volt inverter, but that also runs very well on 51.2 volts. But that's not what's cool about these batteries. These batteries, they fit on the shelf, so that is awesome. So competing brand down here, they stick out over the shelf, so this smaller form factor will fit a lot better in my setup down here. And yes, the ugly towel is hiding competing brands. That has not sponsored this video. To be a good little influencer, I'm not gonna mess it up with mixing different brands. And this is what I mean. Look at that. They fit on the shelf, and there is room for two more right there. Whereas the competing brand down there, they are fitted on the same way, same axle as these, but they stick out and there's not room for two more there. So this form factor, this smaller size of the same capacity battery, means that I can fit a lot more capacity on my shelves here, which is awesome. So just thought I would share that as an added bonus that I didn't even know about. There is a little bit of a difference between mounting these normally and doing it while you're filming. For example, I need to make sure that the camera sees what I'm doing. Plus there's some studio lights up here that also needs to be able to see what I'm doing. So I have this awesome balancer here to put on the awesome WattCycle batteries, which has already gotten dusted, so dusty. So yeah, we're gonna put that on. And I got these balancers years ago, and I wondered why they put all of these stupid things on the leads here. That just irritated me. But then I was mounting one of these, and that one was for 4 12-volt batteries, and they're very handy for not short-circuiting out stuff while you're mounting it. So you can remove one of these at the time. So that is very handy. And now we are going to be mounting this to put these two batteries into series. So what we want to do is I want to mount that here so I can show it to you, but I need to mount this first. On the other end, actually the end doesn't matter, it's the same thing. So okay, we might do it differently. We might mount this one first, and it has a positive lead that goes on to the positive terminal, and it has a negative lead that goes onto the negative terminal, and then the white wire goes between the two batteries. So, and it needs to go according to the manual. The positive has to go on first, then the negative, and then the in between. And I did that in previous video just to show it, and that turned out okay. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna put this on loosely, because when we're gonna be connecting it, we're gonna undo it again. So I'm gonna put the positive on first. Like that. And I do have one of these little fat screwdrivers. It has the added benefit that I'm not able to short too much with it. So that's the positive lead going on to the positive connector. Then the negative lead is going to go on to the negative. Would have been very cool if they had found a black one here. Oh, I have already loosened that, so that's ready to go. There. And when we do that, it does. Oh, last time it showed a bit of a voltage when I did that. This time it does not. So let's hope that I haven't crashed it already. So now we're gonna turn them around. Like that. And we're gonna put the bus bar on. So let's do that. One there, one there. Make sure there. Make sure the batteries are straight. And these are not coming off again, so, or not immediately coming off again. So, oh, I forgot something. I forgot to put on the white wire. Stupid me. That one. Yeah, that was close. I already looks like a total idiot, don't I? Okay, white wire on there. I'm sure you were yelling that at me, so thank you very much. And this has to be very tight. There. So now this goes in, and we can see the other side again. And luckily I already see that the balancer is up and running. White wire is a bit short, but we can see the voltages here. So it's very well in balance. It's within probably like 10 millivolts. It's within the same. So yeah, those two batteries are connected. I forgot to put these on in there. Can I see? I do believe the red one is that one. It's a good idea to put these on so that you don't accidentally short circuit anything. If I drop something down behind this shelf here and it falls down and it shortly connects those two on the back, I would hear about it. So yeah, we are good to go on this one. I think we will we'll have the battery sitting out here for a while, just because it's easier to film them like that, and the battery very nicely tells us what they are on the sticker here, so very handy. Okay, with the battery sitting there over here underneath the inverter, we are gonna be mounting a couple of bus bars, and I got some really nice ones. This one is the black one. It has a partner. That's the red one. So I found that I am kind of limited to how I can place these, because the wires that I've purchased for them has this length, and there's a lot of wasted. Oh, go up a bit. There's a lot of wasted length going out of this box and into this holder connector here, and then it needs to go back here and go into the box. So I'm a bit limited to what I can do there, but we will figure it out. And if they sit something like that in here with a little bit of space, maybe that might be okay. Could also put them like that. I don't know. I kind of like that you can read the text. That makes good sense somehow. And yeah, and the cable is, I'm gonna put on one of the cables and we're gonna see where we can put it. So yeah, I'll do a little bit of work and I'll bring you along, and so we can get these batteries connected. I'm working on it. I have the black bus bar in place in here. It's a bit dark, sorry. And I'm working on putting in the red wire, and I'm gonna put the red bus bar right there. And yeah, I have some of this PlayHouse fit. It's to stop corrosion of the terminals. So I'm gonna put a little bit of that on. Actually, I'm gonna wait until I have it through here, there, and then I'm gonna put some on so that I don't get grease all over the place. Plus, I have disconnected the other battery, and to not make that unsafe, I have there is a disconnect on them. I have disconnected that, but I have also put insulation tape on each of the connectors, just to be double careful. So yeah, we are working on this. I was afraid that I was gonna have to shorten these cables a lot because I thought they were long. They turn out to not be long. They're actually a bit too short. I would have liked them to be ever so slightly longer. So these are 35mm thick cables. I would actually have liked something heavier, but this was all that I could get in Biltema, and they were like 10 euros each already. So I need to find something like 70mm would be a good thickness. The problem is that when you go up in thickness, the screw holes up here also goes up. So yeah, these are 10mm up here. So if I wanted some cables that was pre-made, I can make them myself. But if I wanted some pre-made, I can't go much. I could get lucky, I must admit. So before I do anything else, I need to remember to put on the cap here. So that will go on there. Make that look good. And that will go in there into the other bus bar, and I'll screw that on. I've screwed that onto the wall. This one will go in there, and I'll screw that onto the wall. I'll show you. I actually like to give these bus bars some more credit. I really like them. Normally you get a box like this and you have to cut out holes, but they made it so that you just remove this plastic thing and you can put that back on. And then they supply these rubber grommets that you can put in, and you can put the cables through that. Probably do that first. There, put the cable through it. Like that. And then we need to turn the cable the right way around. And then put it in here. And it will fit up here where it sits very nicely. And then I have to find the screw. I'll be sure to also leave a link for these in the description. They came from AliExpress this time. They weren't cheap, but they're very good. Okay, there is one minus. I don't like having to use one of these wrenches to fasten something. It would have been nice if I could have like the short screwdriver so that I don't short out anything. This gives a very good tight connection, so it is better, but I just, for safety thingy, I don't like it that much. I would have liked the other thing, but I guess this is also a safety thing that you can tighten it better. So there. And now that everything is tight, I'll find a place for it on the wall up there and screw it in. Okay, there are the batteries, and over here are the bus bars. So black and red, red or black. So yeah, I'll just screw that into the wall. At the moment it's just loosely sitting there, but I think it's better if I screw it in. I'll screw it up to the wall. So here we are, the two bus bars mounted under the inverter. And I have the option of bringing the wires down here. I can do that. They're not that thick. They're kind of thick, but yeah, I had that option. I'm not gonna start with that. I'm gonna try something else to start with. But it's the new batteries that we're gonna be mounting here today, so I need to get the stuff for that. Okay, so right now I have the batteries sitting here, but I was planning they would sit way back in there. I have prefabricated one of the cables. This is the one with the disconnect, and it's an 80 amp disconnect. So if more than 80 amps run through there, it will disconnect by itself, and I can use it to disconnect the battery if I need to do some sort of maintenance, like I've just done on the one down here. I've disconnected that because I'm doing maintenance and improvements and stuff. So I'm gonna move the batteries in there just so that I haven't done the other side. I'm gonna cut it off in about the right length so that it will reach from in there and over to the red thingy over there. So yeah, we don't want it too long. We definitely do not want them too short. Okay, wires has been cut so they can reach from the WattCycle batteries and to the bus bar. And I'm gonna go and mount these connectors here. These are 16mm square cables, and they should be perfectly good for the 80 amps that I'm using at them. I could go higher with the batteries, but 80 amps is fine. Together with the other pack, that's 160 amps. Together with the other pack that hasn't even been connected yet, it's gonna be a little bit more. That pack is gonna probably only do 40 amps because they're only 50 amp batteries. So yeah, I do believe that I have enough red and black cable to do another battery bank. So that's a win. Okay, cables has been made. I have also put safety tape on the ends that I'm gonna be connecting last. So I'm gonna connect the batteries here first, and then I'm gonna connect them over there, and then I'll push the batteries into place where they're gonna be. And if they're missing like a centimeter or something, which they shouldn't, it should still be good. So I'll try that. Okay, I'm not actually completely happy with how these are mounted. They're too close together. They're too close to this thing. I'll have to redo this at some point. Take them out and mount them somewhere else. This one I haven't gotten into the wall. How did I miss that so much? But for now, we're gonna connect it and get this show on the road. See what we can do. I think we want it up here. We'll take one of those red ones out. I'll have one of these plastic grommets. Put a hole through that with the scissors. Put the cable through. Put some grease on it. there. And then I want it to go this way, up here, and down there. We can fasten that. And this is where I don't, there is nothing connected right now, but I don't like having to use a wrench like this. I need to find something else, because this can put a lot of current through it if anything bad happened. Oops. And that is very well in there. I didn't get that around there. I'll fix that. Now I'm ready with the negative one, and that goes kind of the same way around. Am I blocking? Probably is. This wire. Something like that. Yeah, it's a thick wire, so they have a tendency to get twisted. So that way, and up there, and in there. There. And then this thing in there, and this thing on there. And then I'm gonna tighten it up. This is a 13mm. And I should put this on just to make it a habit. Yeah. Very tight. Okay, cool. Oh, I need add this red cap. That needs to go over here. Safety. So now it's connected, and I can turn my inverter back on. Now we can move the batteries back. And the cables are still long enough. Yes. They're still good. Room for another set. Awesome, right? So I could turn everything back on now, but I've actually found that these batteries are at about the same voltage as these in here. So it would be a very good time to connect everything back together, because these are at 26.35-ish. And the bottom one is at 26.4-ish. So it's very similar. So I'm gonna connect the other battery bank at the same time, so that is done. Okay, so now we have the two wires from the WattCycle batteries, and we have two wires from the competing brand connecting over there. And I'm just gonna put the cover on here, see if we can manage that. Everything is connected and tight. There are screws. That is something that I would have really liked to see on these balance for it. Yeah, this one is upside down. That's a clicking mechanism instead, so that you don't have to screw it in every time you want to mess with it. It's okay to also have screws, but like click, click, that would have been nice. So yeah, now we can connect everything. we're gonna turn on the batteries over here, the WattCycle ones. Turn on. I'll test that. It disconnects, it turns on. Good. And I'm guessing that at some point the inverter will realize that there is something connected to it. I'm hoping. Okay, maybe not. Let's turn on grid power. There. Let's turn the inverter on, Morten. There. And there's also the solar panels over here. There. So everything is turned on there. It's complaining about the grid right now, so it hasn't connected to that yet. It does see the batteries though. So it sees 53.06 there. And now I think it found the grid and everything. I think it's kind of up. There is no more solar coming in. We've been working on this for so long that the solar has disappeared. So 53.1 volts. So I'm gonna turn on the other batteries before it does anything weird. Before I do that, I have removed the towel if something stupid happens. Yeah, nothing stupid happened. So now we have 53.1 volts it sees up here. Oh, we can't see that. 53.1 volts. Power of 61 watts going in, I think. Yeah. And now the inverter is back on, so we get that annoying 7.5 kilohertz humming sound, which is a high-pitched scream, plus 15 kilohertz. I'm not sure if that goes through as good, but I'm gonna finish the video here. And just again say very many thanks to WattCycle for shipping me 2 of their awesome 24-volt batteries that I've been able to connect to my home house system here. If you're interested in any of the products here, I will be sure to try and link them in the description, especially the batteries, but also some of the other stuff. If there's something that I haven't linked, do remind me and ask for it. That would be nice. So thank you very much for watching my videos. Do subscribe to my channel so that you can see me again, and have a really nice day. Bye bye.